Hey guys, I'm Chase here, coach at Strength Houston, and today we're going to go over the pin press. The pin press is useful for helping locking out heavier weights, similar to the rack pull and the deadlift. It's an overload movement. The weights can be a lot heavier than what you can do out of the rack. Now, to help me demonstrate this, I'm going to use Phoebe here, and we're going to come up to the bar and show you how to place this up. To set this up, you want to set the pins here inside the rack at a height to about eyebrow to forehead. We're kind of overlapping the two, because this is usually the range that people get stuck in whenever they do the hip movement. So if you go ahead and come up here, Phoebe. So this bar is placed about forehead height for her, and that's fine. So she's going to assume her pressing grip. Good, and you're going to get wider with your stance. And it's okay to have a wide stance with this, right? Because now that we're trying to balance heavy weights overhead, we need a strong and stable base. All right, so we're going to push your hips underneath the bar, and we're going to get your shoulders directly underneath the bar. Eyes are going to be straight ahead, elbows a little bit more forward, and the bar can be touching your forehead. That's a good start position. Now, think of it as shrugging off the pins. And go ahead. Good. Now, be careful setting this back down. It's okay at lighter weights, but let's say if you had 225 on, you're probably going to need to start lowering the bar a little bit more gingerly, or even using a bent bar. Go ahead and do a set of 5 for us. So notice how she's starting with her hips forward and slightly lean back, just like how you would with hip movement on the press. Elbows are forward, eyes are straight ahead, legs are locked, and she's finishing each rep with a big shrug. Good. Keep your elbows in just a little bit more. Nice. One more, hips a little bit more underneath the bar, and make sure that the shoulders are underneath the bar. Elbows are going to be in, and she's going to shrug right here off the pins. Good. And elbows are locked out at the top. Big shrug off the pins. The elbows tend to flare out as the weights get heavier. You need to keep the elbows in and think about shrugging it off the pins. And always make sure that the shoulders are starting underneath the barbell, or the bar is not going to leave the pins once it's heavy. When it's heavy, keep the elbows in close. That is the telltale sign of when people are going to fail the rep, is their elbows flare out and that the bar is not over the shoulders. Make sure the bar is over the shoulders and the hips are forward. Heavy pin presses take a while for it to actually come up off the pins, just like a heavy rack pull. Don't stop pushing on it, right? Think shrug as you're doing this.